Hi, I'm Laura Fleckett of Soltar Solutions, and I'm here today on Focus Forward Live with Lori. And one of the things that I want to talk about is my Amazon experience. And let me tell you, it has been an experience. It has been so much fun, so exciting, so dynamic, just opened my mind to things that I didn't even think about. Yes, I bought on Amazon. I think everybody does. I bought on Amazon. I used to, I have Prime. A lot of times I would do my shopping late at night. I didn't think about that as a trend. I'd be online and just, oh, you know what I realized I need? Boom. And then when I was on, I would buy not just that, but buy a few more things. And sometimes they would arrive and I wouldn't even remember, most of the time, wouldn't remember what I bought until I opened the box. But I wasn't really thinking about Amazon from the perspective of the seller. I was thinking about Amazon from my perspective as a buyer. Oh, it's quick, it's convenient, the stuff just arrives. Usually don't pay as much for it. There's such a variety. You can pretty much always find what you want. If you don't like it, you can send it back, which I rarely do. But I wasn't really thinking in the sense of the person providing the product to Amazon. It never even crossed my mind. And then the other thing that I didn't think about were the other types of sales, the other types of things that people buy. Like I was buying electronics. Of course, I would buy books. I buy books for my mother, so I was buying books, buy stuff, send it to my son. But I wasn't buying a lot of different products. I was buying a lot of this kind of the same type of product. And there's probably a lot of people that do that. They may buy all their, books, and maybe they buy, like me, electronics, CDs, cords, stuff like that. I bought all my podcasting equipment. I mean, I bought a lot of stuff on Amazon. I do buy a lot of stuff on Amazon, but it was always in the same vein. Now that I sell on Amazon, I've opened my mind to so many different things that are sold or could be sold on Amazon. So it's really opened my eyes, expanded my thinking so dramatically. So now I see Amazon instead of a place where you can just get, cheaper things or get things delivered or whatever. I see Amazon as this marketplace like no other marketplace because they have everything. And if they don't have everything, they're going to have everything pretty soon because it's expanding. More and more people are selling on Amazon. And as more and more people sell, they're coming up with more ideas to sell, like I am. Now that I'm in the Amazon mindset, it's like everywhere I go, I'm like, that would be really good on Amazon. This would be really good. I bet you that would sell well. I started my Amazon journey actually a little bit less than a year ago. And one of my clients came to see me. I'm a business consultant. And she came in and her phone kept, making this little ding. A little while later, ding. A little while later, I'm like, what's that noise? Oh, those are my things selling on Amazon. I'm like, you get dinged like every 10 minutes. You must be doing pretty well. So she starts talking to me about selling on Amazon. And I was like, oh, I don't know anything about it. And I'm kind of busy and I'm not really that interested. Oh, she said, it's really, really fun. It's really cool, this and that. So she gave me the information in my mind. She's like, yeah, think about it, blah blah blah. And so it like piqued my curiosity. Then I started watching tons of videos and I started, talking to other people, and went through all of this. And it actually took me a good 6 months, more than 6 months, before I got serious about Amazon. And I started putting little products up and not really expecting that anybody would buy them. I was just like, oh, let me throw this up. Let me see how this goes. Let me put this up there. Let's check this out. And I was really surprised when things started hitting, but I still, in my mind, I wasn't getting it because she was saying, get ready for the holidays, get ready for the holidays. I was like, all right, well, I think I'm ready for the holidays. I have like my 5 products there or whatever. And it hit, and I could not keep my stuff in stock. Just couldn't. I just couldn't physically get it there. And I just couldn't keep stock. And I just didn't understand it. Then I'm like, okay, well, January. Nobody buys anything in January. Come on. January was huge for me. And then February. I'm like, what is going on? So I keep sending products, and the products I'm sending are selling. Yes, not everything. Just, some people, I think that they think, oh, I'll go on Amazon and I'll just put anything up there and it's going to sell. You really need to understand the buyer. You need to understand who you're selling to. You need to understand why they would be buying on Amazon. And also maybe their buying habits. Are they late night shoppers? I know I have a lot of late night shoppers because I wake up in the morning and I see the stuff has gone out. And when I went to bed, it was still in my store. So I know I have late night shoppers. I know that for the stuff that I sell, my shoppers want to have close connections with people that they're far away from. There's a distance, and because I can see where this stuff is being bought and I see where it's being sent to. So I'm aware of this and understanding what people are looking for. When you understand that, you give them more of it. So not only that, I've come in contact with great people that are selling tons of stuff on Amazon. Their business is Amazon. They don't have other businesses like I do. And they do very, very well, but they kind of figured it all out. They're further ahead. I'm, less than a year. If you think about when I really started in October, I'm only like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months into it, something like that. But they've been doing it for 5 years. There's a huge difference between 6 months and 5 years. It's a huge difference between 1 year and 5 years. And I see the changes in when people are involved in with Amazon, they're involved with the selling. I see changes as they remain in Amazon longer. So we can see the progression. I can see the progression when I look at their store and what they're selling and the way that they're selling it. And I can see the progression that I'm starting to make. And I've seen my progression as I went along. So really understanding that the Amazon business that you start with is probably not going to be the Amazon business that you have 6 months or a year after. It's going to be very, very different. And also understanding the other things that could come from your Amazon business. So now, for instance, Lisa Cortez and I are hosting an event this weekend in St. Paul, next weekend in Seattle, and then the end of the month, we're translating our program into Spanish and offering it internationally to Spanish-speaking people who are interested in being sellers on Amazon. So right there, I've gone from the idea of selling to selling, hitting with some of my products enjoying it, having fun, helping write a program to teach other people how to do it, and now translate that program into Spanish. And that's all because I learned how to sell on Amazon. The other thing is my TV shows. So now, because of my Amazon, the hits on my YouTube are astronomical compared to what they used to be. When I start podcasting again and I start podcasting, interviewing people that are selling on Amazon, my podcast is going to be higher. My TV show is doing better. It's it, there's so many different things happen that you can't expect when you get involved selling on Amazon. You're turning your money over much more quickly than you would if maybe decided you were going to sell something in another place. Maybe you'd have to sell that for more money because your turnover would be less. Like this, the turnover can be very, very quick. And so you're turning your money over more quickly. You might not be making as much as if made one big beautiful thing and had it in the store, and it was in the store for a year or 8 months before you sold it. Amazon business isn't like that. Amazon business, it's a quick turnover of money, and you keep incrementally investing more in those products that work, and kind of you know get rid of the products that don't, so you can then invest more in the products that are making you revenue. So if you're selling in volume, if you're starting to sell quite a few things and quite a few of the same things, it's a good idea to then put more into that and make sure you always have those items in your store, which is a challenge. It sounds easier than it is. It's quite difficult. Another thing that you need to always keep in mind is cash flow. How much money am I spending right now? Because it's very easy to overspend. Very, very easy to overspend. So make sure that you keep your spending of your cash in control, not too tightly, because then you're probably not going to be making the money that you could make. But don't go crazy. I've seen people that really have issues because they say, oh, I could get a great deal on this in China and then bring it in and sell it for this amount of money. And in reality, it doesn't wash. They didn't try the product out. They didn't give it an opportunity to see if it would really sell. Or they just assumed that it was going to be a great product. They went in and bought 1,000 of them. Maybe the product isn't good. Maybe it's not well made. You got to do your homework just like with anything else. So there are stories, many stories out there that people, they jump in and they don't start small. It doesn't matter. Even if I had a ton of money, I would still run my Amazon business the way I do, because if you invest a lot of money in one thing that you haven't tested, you could lose all that money and be stuck with all those products that aren't going to fly. So it's important that you really start small and start testing out those things. So you send a few in, you see how they work, and it's amazing the difference the color can make. There's things that I have 3 different colors. They're the exact same thing in 3 different colors. One color consistently sells out. The minute I send it, it's gone. The other 2 colors, not so much. But that color, it just flies off the shelf. So I have to liquidate these things in these other colors and go deep into this color that works. you wouldn't think the color would be so much that people were only interested in that one color in the same item. It- you know, but it's really interesting to watch. There's other, sometimes there's certain flowers. I know there's certain flowers for me that sell a lot better, like not even 2 to 1, like 5 to 1. So I have to go deep into those and then test, gradually test, see, okay, it'll sell in this. Will this flower sell in this? Will it sell in that? It's really interesting to see what happens, what people are buying, and how they're purchasing, their purchasing habits. Very interesting. And what are they actually getting from that purchase? What emotional triggers are there? So, if you can figure that out and you start small and you give it a try and you watch tons of videos, when I'm in my kitchen doing something, I have my videos on. I'm watching Cody Hawk and he's telling, all about how he started his Amazon business, how he runs it, what he's doing. I'm watching everything by Will Chernlin, Andrew Chernlin. I want to know all these people, Catherine Shelton. I want to know what these people are doing because they're ahead of me. They're my new role models. Sometimes I've met them, sometimes I haven't met them. Doesn't matter. I'm still following in their footsteps. I'm watching, I'm learning, they're sharing, I'm taking in the information, I'm absorbing it, and I'm moving forward with my Amazon business. And eventually, I want to be sourcing the way they are in foreign countries, bringing in really, really cool things and seeing how they'll work. But I'll tell you right now, there is no way that I'm going to be buying containers of items that I haven't tested. I'm not going to do that because I have seen too many people do that and this stuff isn't selling. So the number one thing that you can take from this video, numero uno, is test your product before you go deep. Have to test it. And don't just test one color. Test a few different colors. Test a few different styles. And you will see consistently that the winners are rising to the top. And then you scoop those winners up, let the other ones go, liquidate, sale, have them sent back, give them as gifts, whatever, but you keep sticking with the winners. And if you track the winners, I'm sure that you're going to see that there's some system that goes there. And when you can figure out that system, you can give people more of what they want, turn your money over more quickly, and then you go deep into those items. So that's my advice. That's what I'm doing. And, it's working. It's working. I sent in 6 boxes today, 6 quite large boxes just today. And Monday, today's Wednesday, Monday, I sent in 3. I may, I'm not sure because I have this event this weekend, but I may end up sending another box or 2 before the week is out. So that would bring us up to 11 boxes for a week. Before, when I first started, I was so happy to have 1 box packed and go out to Amazon. And now it's like 11 boxes a week, and it it might not it, those products might not last very long because most of those products in there are the winners, are the ones that are doing really well, that are having a hard time keeping in stock. So, when you have a day where you're selling 4 of one product and 2 days later you sell another 3, and then a few days and you sell another 2 or 3 or 4, your stock does not last long at all, you know. So good luck with Amazon. Take it seriously. I didn't take it seriously at first. Take it seriously. The sooner you take it serious, the better it'll be for you. The more money you'll make, the more fun you'll have, and the more quickly you'll get on board and really see the power that Amazon, and get your share of those billions, I'll tell you, because it's huge. It is absolutely huge. And watch videos and listen to podcasts. Get all this information. Get as much information as you can, because that information is going to be the difference between you having your business change in 6 months and a year and a half, or kind of just limping along. And I talk to people that have been selling on Amazon for a year, or, you know, 14 months, and they haven't sold anything, or they sold 1 or 2 things. So don't be in that situation. Learn, grow, take in information, and you will be successful. You will be successful on Amazon as long as you're listening and watching and trying to figure out what customers are buying and why they're buying them. So that's it. I hope I've helped. Share, like, let me know, comment, let me know what's going on. I really want to hear from you. And if you have any tips, I'm always up for those too. Take care. Bye-bye now.